Welcome everyone. Today we're going to talk about collection, okay? Collection API or frameworks and collection or collection framework in Java. So we're going to start with the definition of what collection is. In order to compare what definition of a collection is, we're going to compare it with the definition of what an array is. Okay, so let's say a collections. We start with what we are familiar with, which is an array. Okay, an array is you're going to it's a data structure. Okay, you can create a single variable to contains, okay, to contains a group of elements. Okay, to contain a group of to work with, to contain a group of elements. This is the one. This one is an array. But when you create an array, there are some special characteristics you need to consider about an array, which is the group of elements of the same type. Okay, then it is the group of elements of the same type. Okay, then group of elements of the same type, and also it is of the fixed size. Okay, fixed size. So when you declare an array, you need to give a fixed size. Okay, when you declare an array, you need to give a fixed size. Then in order to work with this array, okay, your data is stored okay, continuously in their memory. Use index and square bracket operators. This one square bracket operator to access to individual elements inside this array. Since we have only one single variable, okay, we have only one single variable. Okay, let's go do this. Okay, since we have only okay, use this one. Okay, since we have only one single variable, let me do this. I still have one more access to inside. It's individual elements. Why do we have to use index to access to each of the individual elements inside array? The reason is we have only one single variables, but we can store a group of elements or several of the elements. So, but we would like to work with each individual elements, and if you want to work with each individual element, you're going to need to use index. Okay, use index and the square bracket operators, and the index is starting from 0. Okay, the index is starting from 0. Now we're going to give the similar definition for collection. Collection is also a Java class. It is a Java class. Okay, collection is a Java class. It is Java class used to, no, sorry, collections API is Java class or interfaces, classes. Okay, Java classes or interfaces. Okay, that's why it's called API classes or interfaces, used to create a single object. Okay, but this single object, in order to contain, beside containing is, and work with, beside containing it's also work with, okay, group of elements as well. Okay, used to create single object to, okay, contains and work with a group of elements. Okay, collection is okay, collection is Java classes interfaces used to create single object. Okay, it is to create object, and for this one single object, it can contain and also it can work with group of elements as well. It's exactly like arrays can work with a group of elements, but by default it has several of the characteristics. The first characteristics is of different types of objects. Okay, they are different types as long as they are objects. Okay, remember objects. Okay, different types. Okay, not necessary to be the same type. If you wanna use, if you wanna use, um, uh, uh, if you wanna use collection to store data of the same type, you're going to you're going to you are going to um, you're going to use generic, but we will talk about generic later. Okay, then next attribute, which is next characteristics of using collection, is a flexible type. Sorry, flexible size, so you can increase decrease the size as needed. So this one is comparing to array, it is flexible size, fixed size. Okay, and this one is flexible in size. You can add a bit into different types. Then you can also have another one, which is you're going to use Java methods, okay, to work with the data, okay, work with individual elements, and also it provides efficient algorithms via the methods of that, via these methods, okay, to work with your data, okay, to work with your data instead of using this index and the square bracket operators. This one you're going to work with, and you're going to use methods. Why methods? Because they are inside Java classes and interfaces, okay, to work with the data. Okay, it's provide sufficient methods. So in Java, we're going to call this collection as collection framework or collection API. Okay, collection framework or collection API. Why do we talk about API? Okay, API is application programming languages. Interfaces means we are learning the API, or we are learning the classes and interfaces for us to work with collection. What is collection? Collection is a single object. Is a single object. Okay, we used to contain and work with group of elements. Okay, it can contain different types of objects. Not necessarily to be the same type, but as long as they're objects, then the size is flexible. Use Java to work with. Now inside the collection API, we're going to learn the interfaces first. We're going to first have the collection interface. Okay, this collection interface is going to define sets of interfaces for us to work with collection in general. From here we're going to have it sub interface. Okay, from here we're going to have its sub interface. Okay, its sub interface, which is a list. Okay, list interface. Then you're going to have another interface, which is set. Okay, which is extended from the collection interface. Okay, which is extended from the collection interface, and the set is going to have another interface extended from it, which is called the sorted set classes that you're going to learn. Okay, then it has also the class which is called the map interface. Okay, the map interface. Okay, it's part of collection framework as well, but it's not extending from the collection interface. Okay, then also the and similarly it has its own extended interface, which is sorted map. Okay, sorted map. Why do we keep talking about the interfaces? The reason is, we will have many different implementations of this collection API and also the list set interfaces for different purposes, like faster access or better modifications. But then if you could learn the collections interface itself, you could use all kinds of implementation. Let's say you do have its own implementations, like you're going to have the class which is the array list implementation of a list. Okay, array list implementation of a list. You're going to have the linked list implementation of the list. You may have the vector implementation of the list, so on and so forth. They are extended from the list itself, and some more. But if you could learn the collection, you could learn the list, you could use this one easily. Just class concrete implementation easily. Okay. Similarly, you may have this one, the hash set. Let's say the hash set. Okay, the hash sets. Okay, implementation of this one. Okay, the tree set, so on and so forth. Okay, but if you could learn, sorry, let's place this one down here. Okay. But if you could learn about the collection framework, and you could learn about the set framework, you can use any kind of implementation, hash set, tree set, so on and so forth. Okay. Like for the map, you do have an implementation of this one as well, which is the hash map. Okay, and some other implementations. Okay, hash map and some other implementations. Just like the other one, you have many implementations for many different purposes. Okay, many implementation for many different purposes. Let's say we're going to compare the list interface with the set interface. The list interface will allow duplicated elements, but the set will not allow duplicated elements. Okay, then the array list. Okay, array list also allow you to work with index. Okay, array list allow you to work with index, so you have faster access, random access with array list. But the linked list, it's kind of difficult to access to your data inside linked list, but it's very fast for modification, insert, update, delete. The vector is exactly the same as array list, but the vector is synchronized. It's thread safe. Okay, using synchronization for thread safe. Then the set is the same as the list over here, but it doesn't allow duplicated values. But then, and also hash set is very good for exact search. Okay, then the hash map. The map is different from the collection framework here. The map is also collection framework, but it's different from collection interface in the point that the map is a pair. Okay, the map is a pair of mapping between key and values, key to values. Okay, values. Okay, it's a mapping between key and values. Okay, given some key, it's going to generate some values. In the next video, I'm going to make some demonstration about the list interface with its implemented array list. Okay, linked list, vector. I'm going to demonstrate about hash set and also the hash map and some other implementation as well about this one. Okay, see you in the next video.